were straight. Two different worlds. Couldn't be further from opposite. The swingers, the straight world, it's a club. In the gay world, it's a bathhouse. It's like a health club. What they share is the mentality some of the people have going into these places, going in anywhere. That victim mentality that people have wherever they go. One night at the bathhouse, two gentlemen come in back to back. The gentleman in the front was heavy, borderline obese. To me, he looked like fat bastard. Not knocking him, just telling you, giving you a visual. He was spewing love, joy, peace, just great energy coming off of him. He comes in and disappears. The guy behind him was the opposite, glass half empty type of guy, complaining, whining. Right off the bat, I've already seen it 100 times. I already know where this is going to go. They both enter the club. They disappear. A little bit of time goes by. I'm doing my rounds. As I'm turning the corner, I see the heavyset gentleman on his back. On top of him is four guys. Two guys over his stomach, one over his face, one over his legs. He's having a blast. He's having all types of fun. As I keep going, I don't see the other gentleman, the good-looking gentleman. Don't see him anywhere. As I'm turning the corner to come back up to the office, there he is, waiting for me, waiting to complain. I open the office and boom, he starts laying into me. This would have been like this, and I would have done this, and I would have done that. In my head, you have a victim mentality. No matter who was here, the same outcome would have played out. You have this speech memorized because you probably say it everywhere you go. I reply, I'm sorry, this is not your place. Thank you for coming. And he leaves. Another night, I had a guest appreciation night where I would take a few guests that were regulars and I would treat them to their night where they would come in for free on me. They were mostly appreciative. I had one customer come to me and ask me on his appreciation night if he could bring his friend in for free. I said, no, I'm sorry. This is your night. It's not his night. I don't know who your friend is. Your friend has to pay. He doesn't say anything to me. He immediately shoots back and disappears. It drew some red flags to me because there was no rebuttal, no nothing. A little bit of time goes by and I don't see him. No big deal. More time goes by and I don't see him. Little bit of a red flag. Hours go by and he's nowhere. Where is he? Now I want to find him. The bathhouse had 2 floors. The first floor was in use. The second floor was not in use. There were signs everywhere. There were alarms everywhere. As I'm doing the rounds, I'm looking everywhere downstairs, can't find him anywhere. I go to check upstairs, and when I open the door, it should scream from the buzzer, but it doesn't. I know immediately someone's upstairs. I go, I start looking and checking upstairs everywhere. As I'm checking everywhere, I'm not seeing nothing. I open the last room at the last door upstairs, and there he is, all laid out. He had his bag of chips, his food, all types of dildos, all types of toys, all types of pipes and drugs, all types of shit. And he was there with his friend, both of them. I immediately say, get your shit and get out. Your band and your band. I don't know you, but don't come back. They get their stuff and they leave. On their way out, the victim mentality. If you were to do this and if you were to do that, and that's why we did this, and this is why we did this. The victim mentality and how to overcome it became very clear to me when I was living out of my car years ago, when I was in a bad spot. My mom found me living out of my car, put me in a motel, and the common denominator was me, my pain, my struggle.